My name is Ruben Camp. I'm the CEO and founder of Dark Horse Tech. We exclusively work for dentists. The reason I got into this, aside from two family members, including my father being dentists, is to support and protect our clients, right? And back in the day, 13 years ago, our clients meant my dad's practice, right? So nothing more important to me than making sure my dad's reputation and all the information he was protecting on behalf of his patients, medical history records, social security numbers were safe, because if an event happened, that would really compromise his integrity in the local community that he serves. The most common compliance mistake a dental practice will make is hiring somebody that is not in healthcare, right? They're usually somebody that they trust, a hygienist husband, sometimes a son, and they just have full faith in this person that they know what they're doing and they should be protected. But if you hire somebody that does not know about healthcare and the standards that you need to meet as a practice, you're really opening yourself and that person up to a lot of liability, and it's not fair to anybody in that arrangement. Compliance mistakes most often happen early on because of a lack of motivation from the business that this is something that will impact them, right? So when you look at something that is very basic, and it's the first thing that a auditor would ask for when they walk in the door, a risk assessment is basically a questionnaire that an office has to fill out. Do you have antivirus software? Do you have firewall? Most of the times what you see is the offices that are getting hit, have ransomware, have to pay these fines, are skipping the most basic step of the process, which is ensuring that they're doing everything possible to protect their patients' health information. Here's one example of a dental group that got into trouble because they did not do just the bare minimum, right? Which is have antivirus software. So this group, about 80 practices in total, hired a non-dental IT group who came in, and they were the lowest cost option. And they were the lowest cost option because they were not providing firewalls or antivirus software. That is a really great way to get the price down and sign the client, but not the best way to faithfully serve that client and look them in the eye and say, yeah, we're doing our job here. That practice in February of 2024 and all of their sister practices got ransomware. And the reason why it was such a big deal and it jumped from site to site to site is there was no mechanism on the firewall, because there wasn't a firewall to stop it from jumping. And then when it got to each office, there was no antivirus to stop it. So this wreaked havoc. Untold millions of dollars have been paid by this group. We came in and cleaned that all up, but honestly, we'd love to work with practices that also have never been hacked or gotten ransomware. If you're a dentist evaluating an IT partner and you want to make sure that they are up to snuff, you're going to want to make sure that they have experience with other healthcare organizations. You're going to want to make sure that at least a handful of them have HIPAA training and HIPAA accreditation, so that they know the law well enough to answer the questions that are going to come up in every single PCI compliance test, every single ADA form that comes along. Ultimately, that is a sign of, are they responsible enough? Do they have the experience in healthcare enough to actually support your practice and make sure you don't get hacked and fined? If you're a practice and you're unsure about your current compliance status, you should reach out to one of the major IT firms out there that serves the dental community. Dark Horse is one of them, of course. Alternatively, you can reach out to a company like Abide. And Abide is a software that you can go on and sign up for, and it helps you with your overall HIPAA compliance posture, right? IT is security rule. That's one specific thing, but HIPAA covers a lot of things. Like, think about the physical rule, which says, like, okay, we have patient health information. Who has access to the building and when? It could be cleaners, it could be anything like that. So Abide is a really good place to start, because even if you have an incumbent IT provider, Abide is going to give you a list of questions to ask them, and then ultimately you'll know if you hired the right IT company. If you want to avoid these common compliance pitfalls, I recommend that you give us a shot. All right, head to darkhorsetech.com/contact. That'll create a link right on our board. We can schedule a call with you. We can get in to your network. We can run a scan. We can show you what your current compliance posture and score is, and we can create a plan that's custom tailored to your office.